ちは、私はウルトラシンです。あなたはオロララジ
Right, time for more Amstrad Action. Here we are looking at issue number 49. October 1989, £1.95. So we have the cover cassette on there. That's not free. So. But where will you put it all? We celebrate our 4th birthday by giving away thousands of pounds worth of CPC goodies. Apparently all of this. Apparently multiple copies of stuff at that. And on the brilliant birthday cover cassette, Shinobi, special fully playable mission. Data creator, basic from nowhere. Word search, pleasing puzzler. Self-destruct, hilarious practical joke. Daleks, classic CPC fun. Easy sheet, complete spreadsheet. Batman is a shadow in the darkness, as elusive as a dream, high above the seamy streets of Gotham. He is a criminal's nightmare, the only hope for a desperate city, Batman. Just going to intersperse it with pictures from the movie, of course. The lineup. AMC, all the CPC news and previews. Reaction, once more into the postbag, dear friends, readers, letters, on all matters CPC. And ever broadly, will you please welcome the lady who makes Renegade look like a squeak? No? Please yourself. The AA cover tape. Where we a cover cassette for you with a major Amstrad exclusive in the form of Virgin Mastertronics conversion of the brilliant coin-op Shinobi, and a veritable ton of other utilities and entertainment. We don't have to play it because it's reviewed in the next issue. Just have to wait a little bit. Utterly brilliant, fabulous, and wonderful Shinobi. Play it. Might give you an idea what they think of it. The action begins on 48. The very best in CPC entertainment. Laser Squad, the long wait is finally over. Target Games triumph. License to Kill, Domark's word, is their bond. Never a crossword. World's best CPC mag, 7.6 reviews, crossword prog. Rockstar, Codemasters 8-way hamster simulator. Indiana Jones, US Gold, whip up the hysteria. We get Xenon, Laser Squad, License to Kill, Passing Shot, Dragon Spirit, Kenny Dalglish, Soccer Manager, Yahoo, Triple Champions, Rockstar 8-way hamster, Indiana Jones, The Last Crusade, Strider, and The Running Man. Many more to come. Surely it can't be our birthday already. Seems only a few months since we were celebrating AA's 3rd year. Now a whole 12 months later on, here we are. Now as we head out on the supposedly slow period of summer and towards the always frantic winter Christmas time, things are looking much better than anyone could have predicted. Sadly, however, it's not all good news. After some 17 issues in-house and heaven knows how many more of that as freelance, Pat McDonald, technical editor extraordinary, is heading back home towards Frome. I shall miss him, and I'm sure you will too. On a happier note, next month we'll see the arrival of the new technical editor, whom we shall be showing off proudly next month. Stay tuned. Yeah, the one they advertised for the previous issue. Was it this issue? Was it this issue they're advertising for it? I don't know. That was last issue? I forget now. The AA 4th birthday mega competition. We have lined up what we believe to be the biggest ever CPC competition. For heaven's sake, don't miss out. AM scene. Releases, updates, previews, new releases. Updates, previews, new. Enhancements all around. to a successful close, a summer that has been an exceptionally active period for the CPC, companies are hastening to release substantially upgraded versions of the best-selling utilities and programs. Swift Software have taken Pandora, the game's creating aid, up to version 1.01. Manager Robin Dixon was very happy about his product. Manager Robin Dixon was very happy about his product's success. I did not see that apostrophe there. We've sold it between 600 and 700 copies, he claimed, and feedback has been very encouraging indeed. With our help, lots of people have been able to solve serious problems with programs. Sound judgment. So what does the new version contain? We had one or two people who told us about some minor bugs. It was quite a nasty one in the scroll routines, for instance. Users also mentioned many improvements to the original program, and naturally we were glad to incorporate those. In fact, the new Pandora can handle saving out sound envelopes, tonal volume, as separate data blocks, rather than depending on you saving the whole lot. It allows access to the stack of variables, loops, picking and poking memory, and running your own machine code routines too. Uphill struggle. Swift are also working hard to improve the distribution of Pandora. We're still trying to get distribution of the program into the shops, explained Robin, but quite frankly it's an uphill struggle. I can, however, say that Pandora will almost certainly be available through W.H. Smith's Home Computer Club by the new year. The version of Pandora available then, version 2, will incorporate extras such as music creators and sequencing envelope editors, new sprite handling and intelligent compilation, so that memory is used as efficiently as possible. For existing users, the price of upgrading from version 1.00 to 1.01, or when available, version 2.00, is £4.95. Swift recently acquired the rights to sell Speech, the fun program that lets your CPC speak for itself in pure English. On top of this is a tutorial and a utility to speak out ASCII files, all for a mere $4.95 on tape and $7.95 on disc. And Swift's £30 quick keyword utility is reviewed on this issue on page 20. The price of progress. SD Microsystems have announced that their popular General Ledger is now available on tape. Steve Denson, the brains behind SD, told AA, "We have no doubt that businesses won't be able to use a tape-based General Ledger very well." That wasn't the case at all. It wasn't the idea at all. The reason is that people want to see the program at work before they upgrade to disk. It's a big step for a small business just starting out, and they need to see that it's worthwhile and will do what they need. Another change to the range is a special General Ledger program for the 6128. This uses the extra memory to store up to twice as many transactions as before, as well as having more features such as something. A trial balance report, standing orders, and direct debits automatically posted to the account on the right day, and 10 extra expense accounts. The look and feel of the program have also been enhanced. Neither has the stock accounting system been ignored. Version 3.15 now features a routine which logs all transactions as they happen for stock analysis purposes. So you don't have to do a batch run to get a report of what's selling well. Instead, the information is available at any time, and the sales ledger can be updated instantly. SD Microsystems. Okay. Readers on the other side of the world now have a relatively local dealer, Strategy Software, in Blockhouse Bay, Tasmania. Ooh. New look Prestel and Brunward. Prestel and its microcomputer special interest group, Micronet 800, have acquired a much improved electronic mailbox facility, mostly as a result of protest over the original system. Rather than just sending one mailbox frame to one person whose identity number you must know, you can now send 5 frames to up to 12 people at a time. You will be informed when the mailbox is read, and there's a notepad area which lets you edit and store mailboxes. Perhaps most useful of all is the directory, which lets you find out details of other Prestel customers, which can be automatically captured for addressing your electronic mail. This all costs, naturally, 1p per usage of mailbox, plus 4p for receiving a pre-addressed mailbox. Advertising and promotional messages cost 20p per time for mail shots. And of course, the other dreadful VAT charges on top of that. Browning Software's Bronwood Elite is currently undergoing fine pre-release tuning. We have no doubt that when it's released, it will be very well received, predicted Peter Browning confidently. Meanwhile, Browning's 100 letters utility for InfoScript is reviewed in this issue on page 20. Star pins its hopes on new models. The second biggest importer of printers into the UK, that second must hurt, is making a bid for the low-cost end of the printer market. Star's Excellence LC2410, reviewed in AA47, has been reduced by £100 to £299, and an LC2410 with a carriage wide enough to take an A3 size paper, labelled the LC2415, has been introduced at £499. Furthermore, a new intermediate printer between the LC10 Colour and the LC2410 is on its way, known as the Star LC15. It costs £399 and has a wide carriage. It also has the unconventional feature of the paper feeding through the bottom of the printer, which means that it takes up less space than a normal printer. Finally, the LC10 is to be updated to the LC10-2, minus the colour option, but with a £20% faster printing rate. It costs £229. We're gonna make you a star. AA lines up massive shopper spree. AA has joined forces with Mighty Database to organise a great competition to publicise the Computer Shopper Show, which opens at Alexander Palace on Wednesday, November 22nd. The lucky winner will be given a shopping trolley, a map of the CPC exhibitors, and 5 minutes in which to grab as much as possible. CPC exhibitors already pledged to support the show, and the competition include famous names such as Amstrad, Database themselves, of course, Rumbo Productions, Computer Manuals, Kingston Data, and Tynesoft. Yeah, we all want Tynesoft games. Others less well known, such as A&S Distribution, A1 Computer Supplies, B Bytes, Caspel Computer Services, Computer Store Graftfend, Manicourt Supplies, and Margin Maker will all be there as part of what is claimed to be the biggest Amstrad show ever. So get in training and be sure to grab a copy of next month's AA. Lifetime Drive arrives for CPC. The Miles Gordon Technology Lifetime Drive is now available to the public by merely setting a few dip switches to a different configuration. You can plug it into nearly every disk-based microcomputer on the market. The Lifetime Drive costs £129.95, but to this must be added the cable for the CPC, which is £18.50. Then you need a second drive operating system such as Ramdos from KDS or Rodos from Romantic Robot, bumping up the price by another £20 to £30. The Lifetime Drive also fits the BBC, QL, plus D, Disciple Spectrum Interface, ST, Amiga, IBM PC, Spectrum Plus 3, and for all we know, your dad's old Austin 40. Miles Gordon Technology. Okay, yeah. Watch out for the full and definitive CPC review in the next month's AA, and a competition to win one all for yourself. Or to give it now, next month they're making another one. Read on. Not content with capturing the Marvel signature. See story on page 9. The Edge have also entered the cutthroat budget market with Rad, a new label instantly noticeable for its Dayglow spine. Soldier of Light and Alien Syndrome, 2 arcade conversions, are first out of the bag. The red promises a handy mix of previously unreleased material, established classics, and mini compilations, all at £2.99. Radical it ain't, but if Red Games put up as good a fight as their label is talking, we'll be well happy. Op for the best. It's called Operation Gunship, and that's about all we can tell you until the full review next month. We can reveal that it's by the self-styled, famous Oliver twins, the team behind Dizzy, Treasure Island, Fast Food, Advanced Pinball Sim, Race Against Time, Ghost Hunters. Operation Wolf meets Gunship, perhaps? Ooh, who knows? The Edge, close to the Punisher. The Punisher is coming, yes, folks. The He-Man with a taste for ultra-violence and justice blasts its way onto the CPC around Christmas. Sure. After almost a year of negotiations, the Edge have managed to capture the license to produce Marvel Comics characters in computer form. Punisher, also to feature in a movie starring He-Man meathead Dolph Lundgren, is the new Marvel sensation. Tooled up with an Uzi machine pistol and a weapons-laden battle van, his mission is the elimination of organised crime. He looks the ideal game character. Light on conversation and heavy on action, thick as a brick but twice as tough. The Edge also have acquired rights to create a game around the uncanny X-Men, led by cult hero Wolverine. Sure. 3 games are playing around the adventures of the mutant superhero band. The X-Men are the biggest selling Marvel title, and the Edge are predictably banging the gong. You name the Marvel character, challenge an Edge spokesperson, and we probably have a game planned. Okay, what about Lockjaw? Ed. That's not to say the Edge don't recognise the dangers of quick buck license abuse. We're not doing either a Spider-Man or a Hulk game for a while because there have been some appalling kick-em-ups based on these characters that should kill them off for quite some time. Yeah, and I don't think any of these games ever appeared. Actually, I don't remember them. I think you'd remember that sort of thing. Heroes, sequel promised. Heroes of the Lance, US Gold's Advanced Dungeons & Dragons Bash 'em Up, is claimed to have passed the 150,000 sales mark. Now things are once again stirring in the mythical world of Krynn for the Dragons of Flame, as they say, coming soon to your CPC. Much more than a sequel, more way of life, Dragons promises even higher levels of role-playing with added features such as an extra magic, more monsters, wilderness mapping, and 3 tasks to be completed in a time limit set by yourself. Predicted launch date is late November, but after the epic saga of delays on Heroes, beating the time limit set by US Gold could be an adventure in itself. Wait and see. Gazza lends weight to Empire footy game. With the football season well into its stride, Spurs superstar Paul Gascoigne has thrown his not inconsiderable weight behind Empire's new football sim, Gazza's Super Soccer. Let's be the judge of how super it is, if you don't mind. The game's twist is that there's not just one, not even 2, but 3 perspectives from which to view the game. In the centre of the pitch, the view is from the side. But when you get near the goal mouth, the perspective switches to an end of view to help with control of the set pieces and the goalie's movements. Further control is helped for bootometer. Sounds more at home on the terraces than on the pitch, which helps you control the power of the kick. Gazza's Super Soccer has a team database which allows you to play any team from any English division and the Scottish Premier. Each team is based on their particular squad as it starts the 89-90 season, with varying skill factors and formations reflecting real life. Naturally, on the It's My Game principle, Paul Gascoigne is the most skilled computer opponent, so it might be wiser to play with Spurs rather than against them. Gazza's Super Soccer gets the full treatment in next month's issue. We're having a ball. Don't miss it. Ow, who's bear? Who's bear? Ow, heck. Well-known warbler, hoofer, and squeaker Wacko Jacko is about to moonwalk across your screen, going ow and heck. rather a lot. Jackson's fantasy film Moonwalker is being given the US Gold treatment, even as you read this, and they claim, somewhat predictably, to be using all the best transformation, battle, and chase sequences. No doubt US Gold expect tabloids favourite Jackson's charisma and talent to generate massive sales. But it will be interesting to see whether an essentially musical film can translate successfully into a computer game. Where might it end? Pro South Pacific Simulator 2? Oklahoma the Arcade Adventure? An American gunship in Paris? Moonwalker, it'll end in hick noises. Copped a load of this. Microprose's Mr. Heli, a cute shoot-em-up with a distinct Raphael Chico look, carries on the excellent Rick Dangerous left off. As the pilot of a small helicopter, you buzz around a multi-directional maze, blasting anything that moves with guns, missiles, and bombs. To make life interesting, there are bonus weapons and points hidden away in the brickwork, which have to be blasted out and collected. The levels are short but difficult, and include one starting in the dark. Full review in next month's AA, available from all good news agents on Thursday, October 12th. Order your copy now. Mr. Heli, nice gameplay. Shame about the title? Do I not like the title, Mr. Heli? Oh. Reaction. Yet another brimming postbag spills across the editor's desk. A letter can make all the difference. It brought the pilgrim back. So right to reaction. There's a £15 software voucher for the letter of the month, too. Not such a grim pill to swallow after all. I've sweated and walked miles to get a petition together to bring back the pilgrim. Scan the list and you'll see a lot of famous people are upset because the adventure column in AA has disappeared. Here we got a list of names. Got someone from the local corner shop. Michael Jackson and Bubbles. Okay. M. Thatcher. Dr. Spock. Spock's not a doctor. Come on. Frank Bruno. Clive Sinclair. Tom and Jerry. Mother Teresa. Eddie Murphy. I think some of these might be made up. Mel Gibson. Shakin' Stevens. Bros. Lee Trevino. Eric Bristow. Yeah, I think half of these are made up. Jim, I don't hate to sound sceptical, but I know for a fact that Bubbles, to name but one, has trouble doing the joined-up writing. You wouldn't be telling a teeny-weeny Porky Pie by any chance, would you? Never mind, you and all the other program fans have made your wishes known. Turn to page 70, and all your birthdays will arrive at once. Incidentally, I hope that this encourages other AA readers to put their own preferences into writing. You see, it really does make a difference. Oh boy, here we go. Copy and be damned. My letter concerns Phil Craven's article on software copying and the new copyright law, AA 48, due to the ever-present threat of corruption from which I have twice suffered. I have formed the habit of making backups wherever possible. It's plain common sense. Software manufacturers seem to be divided into three camps. The producers of serious programs who recognize this need and positively encourage the creation of backups or give a lifetime replacement guarantee. Closely allied to them are the producers of budget labels and compilations. The third camp contains the selfishly motivated games creators. Let me make my own position clear. I am opposed to piracy. The fact that if you copy someone's lawful copyright property, whether it be article, artwork, musical score, or computer program, for personal gain, or to pass on to someone else who might otherwise buy a copy, then you are a thief. So is the recipient. However, I am also opposed to rip-offs. When Amstrad discs were reduced in price, it was reasonable to expect software houses to follow suit, at least part way. But the thought of all that extra loot was too much of a temptation. So they jumped onto the profiteering bandwagon. As I disliked being fleeced, I only buy a game on disc if it is a multi-loader. My own sequence of actions are then quite clear. The Copyright and Patents Act 1988 notwithstanding, I shall continue to attempt to transcribe software on cassette to disc. on the basis that the tape and its contents are legitimately mine for me to do with as I please, as long as I do not rob the originators of their just dues, or ill-gotten gains, as the case may be. A sophisticated protection cannot be bypassed, even though the game may be to my taste, then I will not buy the disc version. If the product is a disappointment, then I will put out for a rummage sale. Then it will be put out for a rummage sale. In this respect, the software company loses out because somebody will pay 25 to 50p instead of purchasing a full-priced, brand new copy. And I say good luck to him, and serve him right. W.M.A.C.C. Smith, Windsor. Oh, this dude again. It's back. P.S. Incidentally, your contributors seem to be fond of quoting my name at frequent intervals, usually with derogatory remarks. I would be obliged if they would at least show me the courtesy of getting my initials right. Not too much to ask, is it? W-A-C-C-S. Oh dear, now what do we do? After two of Mr. Smith's previous contributions to Reactions, AA41, we received numerous letters from readers of the opinion that WACCS was a token short of a pop-up toaster. Now he's gone and spoiled their fun by writing just about the most sensible letter I've seen on the whole piracy debate. Seems like our readers will have to find someone else to be unpleasant about. An idea. Emma, come out here. I think the good people have something to say to you. And this key simulates writer's block. Blank. Acme DTP prog. I could do with 3D. Since writing to you last month about obtaining a package that would allow me to turn 2D drawings into 3D, I have run into several problems. He suggested I try Model Universe from Anna, so I decided to give them a ring. After 3 attempts, I finally got through, only to be told that they had stopped producing and selling the program. I'm therefore writing to you once again, not to complain, but to print the following plea to the other 35,000 or so readers. Is there anyone out there who would sell me Model Universe on disc for the Amstrad CPC? Please give me a ring. I would also like to thank you for publishing my previous letter. Could you also include my name and phone number for the elite club that you mentioned last issue? Andrew Manning, Winton Eccles, Manchester. Now, this is a little odd, since I personally rang Anna and checked that they still had copies of Model Universe. They said they weren't publishing the fact, but yes, they did have a few copies left. Perhaps they've all gone now. Anyway, if some kind reader could help Andrew out, he'd be very grateful, and would be glad to enter you into the elite club roster, which incidentally kicks off in this month's cheat mode on page 84. It was his last wish. Oh. Oh boy, more in the elite club. Acme Heavy Haulage Co. Looks like your AA prize is here, son. This could be you. Turn to page 34 this instant. The games quiz. We pick the lucky winner. Last month, Jeremy Conley presented these poses. What happens when you finish Jet Set Willy? Which two moves score the most points in way of the Exploding Fist? What is the message at the end of Grisor? What is the weapon on the 5th stage of Target Renegade? Now, Mark III of Tendring in Essex has come up with what he really reckoned to be fairly plausible answers. 1. Mr. Willy walks from the master bedroom to the bathroom and then enters a new room called, the central cavern, where he jumps up and down indefinitely. This is also the first level of Manic Miner. Number 2, flying kick plus roundhouse. Number 3, congratulations, you have saved the world from the alien threat. Unfortunately, destroying the heart activates a self-destruct mechanism which blows up the planet. How sad. 4, snooker cue. P.S. he adds, I think that a games competition is a great idea and look forward to seeing one soon. So I'm not sure about the Jet Set Willy ending. Don't remember seeing the ending. But the others are correct. So, congrats, Mark. You've just won yourself a crisp salt and vinegar flavoured AA tenner, signed by the entire team. Some even joined up writing. As for a games competition, what do you think you just won? The Kentucky Derby? Art stopping. I recently purchased the Xenon AMS stop press as I hope to start a home-based business designing and printing posters, etc. using my Amstrad CPC 6128. As I already had the OCP Advanced Art Studio, I decided to see if a screen created and saved from Art Studio could be imported into Stop Press. I was disappointed to find, as possibly others have already found, that when I loaded into Stop Press, the top part of the picture, about an inch or so, was missing. After quite some messing around, I have come up with a solution which may assist others with the same problem. 1. Load Art Studio. Select Mode 2 and then click the bottom arrow box 3 times. 2. Switch on Display Coords on the Input Devices menu. 3. Return to the main menu and pull down the Shapes menu. Set the elastic switch to On and select Rectangles. 4. Draw a rectangle from the coordinates x8 and y320 to x631 and y8. The top left-hand corner and the bottom right-hand corners respectively. 5. Save the screen as Stop Press. You now have a box the exact size for Stop Press, and any time you need to use Art Studio, simply load the Stop Press screen, create your design within the box, and save it to your Stop Press screen disk as filename.pms. I haven't tried using the mode 0 or 1, but as Stop Press uses only 2 colours, there doesn't seem to be any point. David Swales, Gainsborough links. Brilliant, David! I reckon you've earned the undying gratitude of anyone faced with the same problem. Art Stopper being AMX Stop Press and Art Studio in open dialogue. Sphinx Jinx, thanks! Now for a nice letter. I telephoned Incentive Software Limited today to inquire if they had a hint sheet for Total Eclipse 2, Sphinx Jinx, as I needed help with one room to enable me to finish the game. The receptionist very kindly put me through to Mr. Ian Andrew himself, who was only too pleased to help me. So I would like to say a very big thank you to Mr. Andrew, and as I have now managed to complete the game, all thanks to him after I have been tearing my hair out all week. Also, thank you to the receptionist who very kindly made inquiries for me, Sarah Drummond, Ayrshire. Sphinx Jinx, thanks. Ian Andrew is a further incentive to buy Freescape games, says Sarah D. Well, it's good of you to take the time to say thanks, Sarah. I'm probably going to make him blush now, but I'll say it anyway. Ian is one of the nicest and kindest people I've dealt with as AA's editor. There you are. I told you it would be weird, would make him blush. By the way, I don't think I'm breaking in any confidences by telling you that there will be another Freescape epic in time for this Christmas. Details as soon as we get them. Ooh. So long and fish tanks for all the fish. I would just like to ask one question, and that question is this. Was comment on page 79 of AF48, You Can Trust Us, We Don't Intend to Leave the Planet for Quite Some Time, a reference to the book The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy about the dolphins, or to the book Stark by Ben Elton, Andrew Manning, Manchester? Oh, definitely, very definitely, yes. What was the question again? Oh no, complaining about how disc is spelt again. Or something. That woman! They just label the page That Woman now. Broadly speaking, as the well-known stunt columnist and general risk-taker, Emma Broadley, for once in a rather mellow mood. Well, comparatively. If you have ever read other computer mags beside AA, though why anyone should want to is beyond me, you can't have failed to notice that the CPC does not figure very strongly. Small businesses gov, PC of course. Not about it, quite, Squire. Makes you wonder if they really know what they're talking about. Okay, so if you really had to have a PC, you could probably cobble together a low-end base model with a single floppy drive and mono monitor for about £400, somewhat more than you would pay for a 6128 with a colour monitor. Remember this end, you're still in Skoda City. To get anything that would turn heads, you'd be spending telephone numbers. But And here I think is the big but. The expense has only just begun when you unpack your nice new PC. Take 3 of the best-selling titles in business fraternity: WordStar, word processor; Accountant Plus, accountants; and the spreadsheet, SuperCal. Now, for your word processor, depending which version you acquire, we're talking between £70 and £300. For a fraction of that sum, you could get InfoScript 6128 or TazWord 6128. Indeed, you could get the entire Protex suite on ROM and still have enough change to buy either of the other two as well. SuperCalc will set you back £220 for the latest version. Accounts? Well, Accountant Plus is an integrated stock control invoicing ledger system. It's something like SD Microsystems' stock accounting system with knobs on, except that the PC program costs £249. Oh, and don't forget the VAT. Consider the setup of someone with a color mind, 6128, Mini Office 2, ProText, and business software virtually brought to your requirements by mixing and matching from what SD Microsystems have to offer. You might get your leg pulled by someone with £2,000 worth of the latest 386 and several £100 worth of software, but then who's the real winner? The stuff, that pornographic rag, the sport, should be publicly flogged and all their positions burned. A communication of a somewhat different kind from the one sent by Barry Clark, see the box below, comes from Mr. Ian Orchard of Christchurch in New Zealand, who fell in one of my earlier columns, sparking feelings of deja vu. The situation here is exactly the same with Farmers Trading Company, pushing the CPC to the dusty back shelves while the ST, Amiga and PCs are up front. The retailers protest that the 8-bit machines are dead and they're not going to sell old technology, a hollow claim when they're cheerfully flogging off repackaged but positively elderly C64s and Atari XEs. We seem to be trapped, Mr. Orchard goes on. I'm in a catch-22 situation of sagging support, slowly stifling an excellent machine, while the public is fobbed off with junk. Over and over again, I've heard users observe that the CPC can do everything they really need, and that they're unlikely to ever reach the limits of the machine. How right you are, Ian. How right you are. I'm not very technically minded. I'm much more interested in what computers can do than in how they do it. But it seems to me that such is the pace of modern computer technology that it is far outstripping applications of it. If you read the more techno-babble-obsessed publications of the computer market, such as PC Plus, you'll find people overcome with excitement because the latest PC 386 can run so many more million instructions per second. Yet, is there a word processor for the PC that can load as fast and work as simply as ProText on ROM for the CPC? I don't think so, chumps. I really don't think so. Oh. A question of time. Steve has asked me to thank the many hundreds of you, possibly over 1,000, who sent back their completed questionnaires so promptly. I've had a look at a few, and I'm surprised and delighted to see that some of you actually named this column as your favourite thing in the whole mag. If you don't believe me, though, if you don't believe me, tough, but it's true, believe me. Admittedly, there were also one or two hotheads who named this as the least favourite part of AA. Steve tells me he and his team of dedicated professionals, well, Trent and Pat, and not Pat for much longer, are slaving away to produce a full analysis of the results, and should appear in next month's issue. Until then, I'll have to wait in suspense, with bated breath and on tenterhooks, itching to hear the verdict. Broadly, does she stay or does she go? Flog 'em till they beg for mercy, then flog 'em some more. Dear Emma, writes Mr. Barry Clark of Sittingbourne in Kent, plain speaking by all means, I find it pretty amazing that you should think it right to defend rubbish in our society. Don't you think there's plenty enough muck, porn, and general exploitation of the worst in human nature already without the need to defend even more? And what is the standard by which you judge morality? The sport? Now, I'm not too sure what Barry's talking about here, actually, because he didn't specify. But I guess he's having a go at me for what I said in this column a few months ago about Barbarian 2 and sex and violence in computer games. And what I said was, when so many people are exposed to the sport every week, what harm can computer games featuring quarter-inch sprites do? No reference to the standard, you'd notice. And I assume no imputation that the sport is either praiseworthy or harmless. I find it filthy and degrading. And if the fat creep who owns it were to get himself severely beaten up by Mary Whitehouse and a host of loonies, I wouldn't mind a bit. That the sport is classified as a newspaper and funds its way into thousands of homes and where children can see it is a good an argument in favour of state censorship and book burning as I can think of. The staff of this pornographic rag should be publicly flogged and all their possessions burnt. Satisfied, Barry? Yeah, you're satisfied? She's satisfied. His Laser Squad. Buy the best. Blade Software Limited. Laser Squad is one of the best games to appear, Commodore user. It's one or two player tactical warfare situation with great graphics, sound, playability, and hookability to boot. One player it's great, two players it's unbeatable. Amstrad Action. Wow, they got an advertisement in before the review is even the same issue as a review. How'd they do that? Oof. The AA 4th birthday tape. Everything you need to know about the greatest cover tape in the history of cover tapes. Word Finder. You make your own word search. Self-dest. To load, run tape and select 7 from the menu. I'm not going to show you what this looks like. Let's just say it's totally harmless but great fun. When it's loaded, get someone who doesn't know what you've done. So to come along and press a key and just watch their face. Side A, Shinobi Master Ninja. Important warning, joystick and ultra fast reactions required. Yeah, the game is joystick only. Due to the sheer mammoth size of the Shinobi demo, there isn't a routine to transfer it to disk. Load it and leave it loaded. AA Rave. See, they've already given it a rave. They haven't even reviewed it yet. That's this issue. Taking the easy way in. We include a little menu program at the beginning of the tape. From it you can use all the programs available on the tape, including backing up this B-side to disk. Stuck? Don't panic yet. Are you stuck unsure what to do? Try using the help program. It prints some useful information about the tape as well as each of the programs. If you have a printer attached, then the help file can be printed out instead, giving you some clues about the purpose of each program. Now it's your turn. Have you written a program suitable for inclusion on an AA cover tape? We're looking for serious applications, games, fun programs, anything our readers would find entertaining, educative, or just good value for money. Send your programming masterpiece to AA Cover Tape Evaluation. We pay, of course, and who knows, your work may be the beginning of a glittering career as a programmer. 1 or 2 hints. Send it on disk if you can, for a brief explanation of what your program does, its length, and how to run it. Send a good detailed help file with it too, so we don't have to do it. And remember, space is tight. A 38K program that changes the screen border color is not what we're after. Keep a copy. Label everything with your name and address, and finally, if you want to see your creation again, enclose an SAE. What the look! The continuing story by one Pat McDonald. Tell it like it is, Pat. This month we examine some of the techniques that get fractal pictures into the screen of your Amstrad. The first thing to remember is that the idea of such a program is to get your computer to do most of the work. A fractal shape is composed of smaller shapes which are similar to the overall shape. Now, although it's perfectly possible to draw a huge fractal and then magnify to see all the detail, it makes more sense to build them up from the smallest areas. The reason is that it's simpler to program and therefore easier to understand. Does that mean it makes it slower? Geometry of Nature. Fractal Freaks swear by B.B. Mandelbrot's classic Fractal Geometry of Nature, published by W.H. Freeman at a whacking great £39.95. But a word of warning to numerophobes. Is there such a word? There is now. As fractals are mathematical in nature, a good grounding in maths, understanding of equations, matrices, and a bit of calculus is desirable, not to say essential. Next month, we leave the subject of fractals and return to the real world and learn about scrolling the display in all sorts of directions. Stay in touch. It's the gallery. Yeah. Bright yellow and white is a terrible colour clash. Mike Wong and the AAS really are a special combination above, as is James Garside from Rudian below. Excellent shots from two regular contributors. Rip, you know him, died in 1666. Rip, whatever that is. Where's my AA? Zap. Skeletonized. Mike Wong from Sale again with a nasty piece of work called Claws. Not the sort of thing to bump into on a dark and lonely night. On the right, we have an excessively good picture of C-3PO, which wins a £20 prize for James Garside. What a stunner. Fancy yourself an artist and get cracking. Let us have your very best work at the AA office, and you could earn yourself £20. Oof. Making words work. On the right, crosswords on your CPC. No bent twerb anagram. Gets up down and come across with the goods. On this page, Steve Carey looks at two new utilities that put words in your mouth. Got 100 letters, £15 disc, needs 128k and InfoScript by Brunning. Good news, useful utility. Very good introductory manual. Bad news, requires InfoScript and 128k of memory. Keyword, $29.95 disc, keys only. Okay, expected to be joystick only? Software, a relatively new name in the CPC world, have very quickly made their mark. First release was the admirable Pandora, reviewed in AA47, a compiled version of BASIC designed to allow non-machine code experts to write commercial quality programs. Version 1.01 with substantial improvements is already out. See Amscene. Now we have Keyword, a word finder. It's a doddle to use. Insert and type run disk. Keyword is now installed as an RSX, accessed by typing bar KW. The dictionary is on side B, so you'll have to have the disk in your drive whenever you wish to use the program. This is a nuisance if you're looking for a word while you are using your word processor. There's no problem, of course, if you have ProText on ROM. So it's a dictionary then, or something. Good news, simple, sturdy background program. Bad news, expensive. 10,000 words is not enough. Sun Computer Crosswords 5, $17.95 disc, keys only. Acom Limited. A cracking crossword is not something you'd expect in the Sun, but living modestly beneath the bingo and right next door to the star signs is a decidedly enjoyable cerebral assault course. These puzzlers, having been compiled into countless books, are now making their presence felt on the CPC. Oh. Good news, educational, challenging, and fun. Bad news, expensive. Hal and Me, the Computer Crosswords project has been a labour of love for author David Aikenhead. David, son of Edmund, editor of Times Crosswords from 964 to 983, is now published across some 14 formats, having begun in BBC Basic. It was the film of Arthur C. Clarke's 2010, curiously enough, that gave David the clue he needed. In it, the Americans and the Russians devised a docking communication system to enable them to rescue a US module disabled near Jupiter. The method, a compiler program with stacking device that lets it out in chunks, and a different program to unload it, gave David the inspiration to solve the complexities of fitting 50 crosswords into a single disk. Did you know, by the way, that the modern crossword was invented by a silent order of French monks in the 15th century? Okay. Here we get our own crossword. Oh, they're even giving clues on some of them. So yeah, it's cryptic crosswords. Have fun. I'll probably be staring at it for weeks. Prince of Printers. Can the management tally MT222 really be worth all of £800? Pat McDonald takes some convincing. £799.25. Shouldn't you get your money's worth of this one? Open the box and you find a wealth of bits and pieces to plug in and attach. There's a cut sheet feeder tractor assembly, already fitted but detachable, and the front cover. Everything fits very well. No rattling or tendency to fall apart. Obviously, a lot of design work has gone into the moulding. Oh. Good news! Wonderful graphics capability. Beautifully put together. You won't be upgrading. Bad news. Cost. You'll probably need font cartridges or qualitis. Yours for the asking. Why is AA reviewing a printer twice as expensive as the CPC itself? For the simple reason that we're giving this big beauty away in our first edition DTP series. See page 40. Some lucky blighter is going to be giving some poor postman a hard time courtesy of Management Tally and Amstrad Action. Besides, we intend to review a whole range of printers for all pockets, and as the best that money can buy, the MT222 provides a standard against which lesser and more affordable printers can be measured. Incidentally, a while back it was doubtful whether the MT222 was ever going to be on sale in this country, see AMC in issue 44, due to technical design fault. The printer had to be put on hold until the problems was ironed out. Now at last it's available, if you have the necessary readies. Rodents running all over your table. Of mice and mice software, at a glance, everything you ever wanted to know about mice, but were afraid to ask, in case people thought you really believed that a mouse was a small furry rodent. Steve Williams assesses the brand new value for money bundle from Daytel Electronics, while Pat McDonald makes comparisons with the other two currently available. The Daytel Mouse Bundle, $49.99 with OCP Art Studio. Disk and tape 128K memory required. Note available with OCP Advanced Art Studio from Waki. Oh god, we've got ratings even. Comparison, AMX Mouse, $49.95 with AMX Art, $74.95 with Stop Press. Database software, disk and tape all CPCs reviewed AA7. Stop Press reviewed AA28. Software 7, comfort 8, value 7, overall 8. Comparison, Master Mouse, $49.99 with Cherry Paint, $64.99 with Micro Design, Siren Software, disc only, all CPCs, Cherry Paint reviewed AA20, Micro Design reviewed AA28. Software 7, comfort 7, value 8, overall 7. But is the rodent up to scratch? The complete package, Art Studio, mouse interface, mouse mat, and holder costs $49.99, considering that the Art Studio alone retails at £18, and that the mouse mat and holder are worth, say, about £13. You're getting the mouse and interface for a mere £19. If Daytel had just boxed the Advanced Art Studio, saving it from obscurity with a mouse and interface allowing CPC users to use their excellent program, they would have earned my approval. They have done both these things and added extra goodies and bundled them in an excellent graphics package at a keen price. If you don't yet own either art package or mouse, then Daytel's Genius Mouse Kit warrants serious consideration. Software 10, comfort 8, value 9, overall 9. Living in hope, and a note of caution. Daytel Electronics have done CPC owners a great service by releasing Advanced Art Studio from the Twilight Zone. Is it too much to hope that the excellent and much sought after advanced music system might reappear on the market? The interface reviewed here is a component of the Daytel mouse is the one designed for the 6128. The only difference between this and the 464 version is the shape of the box it is housed in. The design of the back of the 464 is different from the 6128. Please note that 464 owners will need the DK Tronic 64K RAM pack as well. Finally, note that you can't run RStudio on a 464, even in an expanded one. Forum. 3 pages packed with powerful problem solving from the pen of Pat McDonald. Who Brunwood will eat 90 pounds. It better be good. It better be good. Bearer of bad news. I've just purchased a Multiface 2 for my 6128. I do not know a lot about computers. How do I save games from tape to disk that load in many parts, such as Gauntlet? Andrew Skinner, Bridgenorth. Bad news, Andrew. You can't. A multi-load game is a one-off, so you would need a custom program for each one. I hope you noticed, by the way, everyone, how for once we managed to resist illustrating this letter with yet another picture of a multi-face. Truth is, we wore the last one out. Normal service will be resumed shortly. To finish with a fresh start. Right now, make pounds, open bank holidays. Pandora, the game creator. Blow the lid off your micro. The highly acclaimed program creator now gets even bigger. What the press say, this could be the start of something big. New Computer Express, June 1989. Easy to use sprite editor. Commands which any basic programmer will understand. Writing your own games on the CPC has never been easier. Amstrad User Club newsletter, July 1989. You'll be astonished at what you can do with Pandora. The sprite handling offers exciting possibilities to the games writer. Pandora's advantage is its superior flexibility. Looks like becoming an important addition to the CPC software catalogue. Amstrad Action, August 1989. AA goes down Wembley way. Back in our football special issue 45, we ran a super competition to celebrate the launch of Audiogenic's master game, Emlyn Hughes International Soccer. The lucky winners tell it like it was. Christian, James, John and Damien, AA's guests. Trent tells his joke. He looks excited. The teams emerge onto the famous Wembley roar. Steve and Bev muscle in on the intention. Steve passes the cup to Christian and co. We had an inkling that a visit to Wembley to watch Arsenal play Liverpool for the Charity Shield might be a popular prize, and the fact that the winners were to have a special tour of the stadium the day before and get to stay at the exclusive Hilton National overnight could only add to the excitement. Unfortunately, however, the otherwise lucky winners did have to share the weekend with Steve and Trent. Still, every silver lining has a cloud. What we weren't prepared for was a sheer number of entries. We're used to receiving hundreds, but this is ridiculous. Yeah, more than hundreds, I guess. Wouldn't Kenny Dalglish's arms be a bit tired by Christmas? Oh no. Add an 800K disk drive to your CPC. Amstrad Action 4th birthday competition. Regular readers will need no reminding that we like to celebrate our birthdays with rather more than a novelty card and a bowl of jelly and custard. And what better way than with the world's biggest CPC competition? It seemed such a good idea at the time, as most ideas that turn out to be rotten ideas do. Look, said Steve, we're going to have a mega competition, aren't we? Yes, so mighty one with the power to make our life hell, chorused Pat and Trenton. So we went to give away thousands of pounds worth of CPC goodies, don't we? Yes, your deliciousness, they dutifully replied. Well, why don't we get all the stuff in so we can photograph it and show the good people what they're getting? But me no buts, just do it. 46 phone calls and 2 weeks later, and no one can even get into the AA office, let alone attempt to sort the stuff out. Why don't anyone have the intelligence to point that out, or we haven't got room in this office? Bellowed Steve. Sorry, boss, muttered Pat and Trenton, risking only the tiniest of tuts at this latest example of editorial incompetence. You know what he's like when he's in the wrong. Secure key is. Hence the call to those nice but not soft, no, not for a moment soft, people at Secure. They agreed to hold the stuff until 10 lucky and 1 extremely lucky prize winners take all the assorted hardware, serious and game software off our hands. Just look at all this kit: a star printer, Siren 3.5-inch disk drive, the entire Protex collection on ROM, just about all the database's wide range of CPC software, not to mention great items from Daytel, 7 Stars and many others, plus of course 200 odd brilliant games. The list is just about endless. You wouldn't believe how much it hurts us to hand over all this beautiful bounty without us getting even a teensy-weensy bit of it. Go look at it all. What a lot we've got. Ugh. Look at it all. Oh, here's the list. How would this little lot suit you? Here's a complete checklist of what one lucky winner will soon be receiving. At current retail recommended prices, the value of the prize is close to on £1,000. And that's without the more than 20 games we've gathered together too, which themselves must be worth some £200. Note, Future Publishing Limited, the publishers of AA, cannot be held responsible for any building work that may be needed to strengthen or expand your house to contain all the following equipment. Oh no. Yeah. 1 LC10 star color printer, star, recommended retail £299. 1 Siren 800K 3.5-inch second disk drive, £119.95. 1 Qualitas Plus version 2, 7 stars, £14.95. 1 Mini Office 2 database, £21.95. 1 Stop Press database, $79.99. 1 Stop Press Utilities database, $19.95. 1 Max database, $19.99. 1 Fun School 2 database, $12.95. The Ana Protex Collection Protext on ROM, $39.95. Pro Merge on ROM, $34.95. Pro Spell on ROM, $39.95. And of course, a Rombo-ROM box to hold all those wonderful ROM goodies, $34.95. Utopia on ROM, $29.95. Thompson Computers Mail Merge Tutorial, disc, $9.95. Maxam version 1.5 on ROM, $29.95. The Rare Music Machine, Daytel, $59.99. Sound Blaster, including Harvard stereo speakers and box of stereo headphone equipment, Siren, $34.99. 1 Amstrad Virgin Mastertronic Magnum Light Gun, $34.95. Arctic Fox Electronic Arts, Cybernoid Houston, Cybernoid 2 Houston, Stormlord Houston, Xenon Houston, Darkside Incentive, Driller Incentive, Total Eclipse 2, Jinx Incentive, Lancelot, Time of Magic Trilogy from Level 9, Silkworm Virgin, Time Scanner Activision, Renegade 2, Renegade 3, all by Ocean, Anarchy by Houston, Gauntlet 2 on Kicks, Real Ghostbusters Activision, Synapse Houston, Impossible Houston, The Bar's Tale Electronic Arts, and last but certainly not least, a year's subscription to AA, a binder to put them in, and an AA t-shirt to wear while you read them. That should be enough to be going on with. Yeah, seems to me. You basically get the games for the runners up get the games, and Mini Office 2. And Light Gun even, apparently. Note, some of the software listed among these prizes is provided on cassette and some on disc. Also, some items work best on, and on one or some items work best, and 1 or 2 work only on a 6128 or 464, 664 or 64K memory upgrade. Okay. Oh, here's our questions. Entry form. Yes, I really do want to get the most out of my CPC. I realise the potential is much underrated and that this competition gives me a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to tool up my Amstrad so it can really do its stuff. No, I'm not really interested in the CPC. In fact, I was thinking of selling it, except I couldn't find a pen to write the advert. I mean, it's not as a very good computer, really. It's not as... If you can do word processing and play games on it, if anything on the telly, I'm really bored and boring. Did you tick the first of these 2 boxes? Congratulations, you're already well on the way to winning one of the 10 runners-up prizes in our 4th birthday competition, and you could even win first prize. Part 2. Okay, now, keep calm, don't let the news get to you, you're doing fine. Just those few simple answers, and you're almost there. What we'd like to do now is to answer the following questions about the CPC and the companies that supply hardware and software for it. A. Which company recently moved into the CPC market and sells a wide range of CPC peripherals, such as the DK-Tronics range, OCP Advanced Art Studio, and the RAM Music Machine? Is it 1. Joe Bloggs Limited, 2. Arthur Daly Enterprises, established 1987, 3. Or is it Daytel Electronics? Clue: this company advertises the Amstrad Action. B. Which large company based in Manchester sells the enormously popular Mini Office 2, as well as the education program Fun School 2? Is it 1. London Computing Software, 2. 16-bit only limited, sorry, no CPC stuff, 3. Or is it database software? C. Which of the following is not a producer of high-quality, exciting games for the CPC? 1. Incentive Software, 2. US Gold, 3. Electronic Arts, 4. Xenon, 5. Audiogenic, 6. The non-play-tested dodgy games outfit Co., 7. Virgin. D. And finally, keep calm. What is the name of Britain's best-selling and only independent magazine for the Amstrad CPC 464, 664 and 6128? If you need a clue, you probably won't know what to do with the prizes anyway. Part 3. Gosh, that was a bit on the tough side, wasn't it? Never mind, you're within sight of your goal. All you have to do now is to complete this sentence in an apt and original way in 15 words or less. I would like to win one of the fabulous collections of prizes in the AA 4th birthday competition because... Finally, cut out this completed entry form or photocopy it if you don't want to spoil your copy of AA. Fill in your name and address and send it to the AA 4th birthday competition. So not arrive later than Tuesday, 31st of October 1989. Oh, damn, missed it. Entries received after that date will be thrown away, except for overseas readers. See box above. Oh, I mean below. Yeah. Overseas readers, this one's for you. We often get complaints from our loyal readers overseas that by the time they've received their copy of AA, our competitions have often closed. Unfortunately, there's often nothing we can do about that. We know from experience that people in the UK don't much want to see a closing date 4 months after the issue has gone out, because that means even if they win, they won't see the prize for at least 5 months and possibly longer. What they've decided to do is hold back 2 of the second prize bundles for our overseas readers. So, whether you live in Ireland or Australia, Greece or New Zealand, Spain or Denmark, wherever you live, as long as it's not England, Scotland or Wales, your entry will go into your own special competition. You shan't specify a closing date for overseas entries, anticipating the vagaries of international post is something we'd care to attempt. So get your entry in as soon as you possibly can. Copy your answers into an email letter if you think it may help. Don't forget your name and address. Good luck, everyone. Ooh, maybe I can enter. Future Publishing still exists. I'm sure they want an entry 30 years later, I'm sure. We'd like to take this opportunity to thank all those companies who responded so quickly and generously in providing us with prizes for this competition. Daytel, Star, Ana, Database, 7 Stars, Siren, Electronic Arts, Houston, US Gold, Incentive, Virgin, Level 9, Activision, and all the others too. If I've missed you of this list because of lack of space, sorry, and it's nothing personal. Oh no, it's a clown. Computer shopping is fun at the Computer Shopper Show. Oh. First edition DTP series. Last month, we began a series on using your CPC to create newsletters and fanzines. And this second installment, Adam Peters considers the revolution of the word according to Amstrad. If something's worth doing, it's worth copying. Our very own T-Web demonstrates the gentle art of nicking ideas. It's more common than you think. Whatever the nature of the publication you're embarking on, you'd better get used to the idea that you'll be nicking ideas. Look at last month's cover and you'll see that Trenton, for it is he, as a small magazine editor, is doing just that. This fifth isn't as sinister as it sounds. Everyone borrows from other people. The House of Dolls dudes, CAA last month for instance, showed me examples of Melody Maker having blatantly stolen their graphic ideas. Yet they themselves admitted that nothing they came up with in the way of graphics, interviewing, and writing styles was ever original. You tend to take ideas from all around you. We'll steal ideas from anywhere, as the editor of a CPC magazine based in Bath once remarked to me. Ed. There are two main arenas in which you can hunt out inspiration. The first is those established high street magazines concerned with the same subject as your fanzine. For a CPC fanzine, you should flick through AA and see what it contains. News, games, reviews, letters, pages, type-ins, a wonderful series on fanzines, and lots of other stuff. When I say nicking things from other mags, that doesn't mean lifting Trent's review of Silkworm and sticking it in your own magazine. If you do, you'll get all sorts of legal hassles. And I'll get a thick ear from Mr. Carey. It's simply the concept that you steal. Games reviews are an important part of AA. Maybe you'd like to do some reviews of games you own. For a sports fanzine, look at every part of the sporting press. Reports on sporting events are common, as are interviews with sports people. Most minor public figures are happy to spend a few minutes chatting to a spotty little loik. For a magazine with a circulation of 6, well, there's no harm trying. For a local magazine, read the local press. Motto, be shameless. Revealed what's inside the ZX Spectrum. As for Arnold, an 8-page, 16, 24 and 32 pages are the best sizes for fanzine. Imaginary mag dedicated to the CPC, we've gone for a spoof letters page, a spoof problem page, the easiest concept to write comedy in, an editorial on the current state of the CPC world, a page of serious ranting, sex and violence in games is not just harmless fun, a comic strip on the back page, comic strip, yeah, we've run out of Sugar Man now, so what will we do without Sugar Man? A guide to what's inside a ZX Spectrum. You can work that one out for yourself. Is it hot here? I don't know. But last but first, if you see what I mean, the front cover, which makes 8, having gone on about stealing ideas, it's worth pointing out that these ideas are just springboards for your own imagination and originality. One idea of your own is worth a dozen borrowed ones. Personally, I never nicked the merest smidgen of an idea. Never. Well. Oh, got another question. Question to win a printer. This is question 2. According to this month's first edition, who was on last month's cover? Was it A, Bros, B, an alien from outer space, C, or Trenton Webb? Where's the all the above option? Don't miss next month's first edition, in which we consider the role of artwork in your publication. Judge for yourself. I very much doubt that the number of Amstrad Action readers who use the CPC 6128 as I do wouldn't fill the dock in my court, or even overflow from the witness stand, for I use my CPC for crucial judicial tasks. Also, as an author, I find that I can cope with books of 100,000 words. This is a day in the life. It's a day in the life. From an early age, I could touch type at a furious rate. thanks to my playing jazz piano and an army typing course, I wrote my first book on an IBM golf ball typewriter. Naturally, errors and second thoughts bred like rabbits. To a moderate perfectionist, avoiding blemishes means either bathing in Tipex fluid or typing a manuscript about 5 times. I did both. When inexpensive word processors appeared, guess who saw them as a must? I bought my CPC 6128, knowing nothing of the innovative PCW 8256. Launched a week later as a specialized word processor. I was underwhelmed with satisfaction, but my disappointment vanished with experience. The CPC was fine for me. A user whose limitations the machine has been graciously pleased to overlook. It's a tribute to my CPC that a computer illiterate like myself can use it successfully for massive word processing. In 4 years of almost daily and heavy bashing, my CPC 6128 has been up to every task, without malfunction or breakdown in either the equipment or myself. Ooh. That's the judge's story, and he's sticking to it. We'll be delighted to hear from you if your CPC has an equally unusual or exciting life. Day in the Life exists to demonstrate the variety of uses to which this versatile and underestimated machine is being put. Send your account of how you use the CPC to run a medium-sized country to Day in the Life. The editor is always happy to receive short outlines in case you don't want to risk writing the whole thing straight off. P.S. Oh yes, there's one other thing. We pay you too, handsomely. Special show offers from Dynamics. Oh look, Robocop. To begin at the beginning. If you've just acquired a CPC and don't know the first thing about this computing lark, perhaps you should get some nice man to tell you about it. Step forward headline. Trenton Webb explains all. The complete introduction. Amstrad CPC 6128. £33.50 disc. 6128 only. By headline. Have you ever wanted to be more familiar with your CPC? Do you want to know its most intimate secrets? Just what makes it tick? Headline Communication would like to introduce you to your 6128. So sit down, say hello CPC, and if you're sitting comfortably, we'll begin. Now, the package consists of 4 audio cassette tutorials on 2 tapes and a work disc, which contains exercises and an electronic book. Using the system disk supplied with your 6128, the aim is to take you from setting up the computer up through to using CP/M. Good news! Effective teaching method. Bad news, not as complete as claimed. And expensive. Greetings. That's a rabbit. Might be getting ready for Christmas already. Or something. More ads. Action test. Hey, we get to look at adverts. It took a while to get to here. Alright. Action test. 15 pages of action test. Now that's a real bit more like it. There's a real biggies this month too. There's Running Man, Rockstar Ate My Hamster, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, and License to Kill. But pick of the bunch this month is undoubtedly Laser Squad, one of the long-awaited games of all time. And it was worth the wait too. So yeah, it's our list of games. 11 games this time. I give you 15 pages because I think the Laser Squad review is like three whole pages. First, we have Xenon. Virgin Games, $9.99 cassette, $14.99 disc, joystick or keys. Somewhere across the bounds of space and time, a great adventure is taking place. A lone fighter is battling to survive against awesome odds. His only weapon is a fantastic craft that can transform from a tank to a plane at the touch of a button. Enemies are massing, though, for one final assault. This is the world of Xenon, and a battle is coming down. The aim of the game is simple: victory by the complete obliteration of the enemy. Your tank/plane is a tough armoured plated beast that can rip up the opposition easily on a one-to-one basis. But of course, like buses, they only ever arrive in threes. This forces you to be constantly switching from shape to shape to maximize kill power and minimize the risk factor. On the ground, you're immune to aircraft shots, but are slow and attract fire from enemy armor and gun emplacements. When you have fighter planes, speed and range improve, but you're vulnerable to shots from everybody and can't pick up the extra power packs dropped by retreating tanks. So a balance must be struck. You stroll up this high-tech tiled corridor with turrets protruding out of the floor. One quick shot, or even a near miss, soon has them exploding beautifully, and the trip continues. Next, gun emplacements on a higher level require a quick change to plane mode, or avoiding the shells they send crashing down around you. That's just about it. Differing formations for tanks, planes, and fortifications getting even more dangerous until big bad end of level beasties come out of hiding and give you a short sharp lesson in the art of dying. The side effect is that you are returned right back to the beginning and the whole battle starts again amid much gnashing of teeth. The whole point of a shoot 'em up is that you don't even have time to think, and it's instinct and reaction speed that see you through. On this score, Xenon fails to deliver. The whole game moves at the speed of a slug with a sprained ankle. Slugs have ankles? Even in plane mode, which allows you a modicum more pace, everything's in slow motion. In a way, the slowness is a relief, because if everything was at normal blasting speed, the survival time would be measured in microseconds. It's tough enough as it is. The graphics and sound are both excellent conversions from their 16-bit cousins, and the scrolling is smooth, if slow. The blasting, however, isn't enough to sustain any lasting interest. Though tough it may be, interesting it ain't. Xenon just doesn't set the blood on fire the way Silkworm did. There's not the mad and confused scramble that makes shoot 'em up so exciting. It's a shame, a crime even, that such good work has been squandered in such a game. Apart from speed, it's got everything. Good graphics, sound, smooth scrolling, and even a reasonable plot premise for a shootout. But it is just not enjoyable enough to warrant spending £10 on. In years gone by, scientists thought the element Xenon was inert. I think they were probably right. First day target score, 50,000 points. A really tough end of level Guardian. You'll have to change the tank mode to click the fuel drum. Second opinion. Trendon's absolutely spot on as usual. Xenon is a brilliant looking conversion, lacking just that one element no shoot 'em up should survive without. Speed. Thanks, but no thanks. Green screen, crystal clear. Only a playing and shoot elevated turrets. Okay. The verdict. Graphics 79%. Crisp, clear tanks and planes. Exceptionally accurate arcade look-alike. There wasn't an arcade version though, was there? Sonic 63%. Great tune. So-so spot effects. Grab factor 58%. Low-key pace. Makes it easy to play. Staying power 33%. Too slow to be interesting at all. AA rating 57%. Looks good, but it's all so slow. Okay. Time to start playing, I guess. Okay. Xenon, Melbourne House. Yeah, Melbourne House. Conversion by Animagic. Yay, those people. Music David Whittaker, adapted by Tiny Williams. Set the joystick. Press fire to start. Zero. High. Oh, is this scores high? That's a slow scroll. It's not going to be worse in game, is it? Of course it is. Yep, this is the speed of boost. You go right up the screen too. Interchange. Wouldn't it be spacebar to change? Oh, shoot right between them. Fine. Ow. Oh yeah. Good dodging. Oh, that didn't do that so well. Where that be the M key to change? Oh, he's nothing on there. Never mind. Also, the firing rate just drops off. You've got a boss. Hopefully, out of the way. Get reasonably close to it. It takes a lot of shots. He's a bullet sponge, right? Ah, bullets. Don't really want to die. As it said in the review, you go right back at the beginning of the stage. Oh no! I got too close. You know what that means? We're doing the whole entire stage again. I could have programmed in some checkpoints. That would have been real nice. Oh, jeez. They do a lot of damage when they hit you. You get more distance. Ah, back to the beginning again. Do it all again. Distance between them this time. There we go. Let's try not to get too close to the boss this time. I swear it does die eventually. There we go. Eventually. And you thought that was the end of the stage? No. Let's speed up. I got a 50,000. Racism invincibility. Still on 61? Oh, we didn't do it again! Practically no life either. virtually no life left now. Oh, we did it! Switching level 2! Did we get our life back? Yes, we did. Oh! Obstacle, apparently. You're supposed to know that. Close. Can we? We can't switch back to the tank. Hey, shot. Shoot. Too much on the screen, I don't want to shoot. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah. Just appeared. Oh gee, he's back. And it's doing the exact same thing as before. Is he close enough to kill me? Yes, it does. Game over! Well, yeah, that's Xenon. That took a while. It was just 1.5 stages. Ugh. Alright. We'll move on. The next game will probably take a while to play too. Yeah. Next game. Ooh, that squad. We've got them all. The next game is Laser Squad for Bladesoft and Target Games. $9.95 cassette, $14.95 disc. Note: expansion modules included on disc. Cost $3.95 for cassette. Joystick or keys. A droid crosses in front of Corporal Hansen. He's been waiting for this and takes a carefully aimed shot, but the M4000's bullets skitter off its armor. Hansen is in trouble, and the rest of the Laser Squad will have to get there pretty quick if he's to avoid becoming a smouldering lump of laser fodder. It may be war, but that droid's getting personal. Laser Squad is a game of tactics and violence, accurately simulating the one-to-one combat of rebel space marines. A war game in essence, It takes you down to the level where you can almost feel a victim's last breath. You've got to organise the men to achieve an objective within a specified number of turns. And when the strategy has been decided, the shooting starts. All movements in combat relate to the action points total of each trooper, which is calculated with regards to encumbrance, wounds, and physical stamina. Every activity from an aimed shot to priming a grenade uses a predetermined number of action points, forcing you, the commander, to carefully consider each and every action. There's nothing more frustrating than having an enemy in your sights and no energy left to pop off a grenade or frag him. The style of play is completely in the hands of the commander, right down to the choosing of the arms and armour of the team. The range on sale at the local munitions store is enormous, and vicious battle armour in 4 different grades, a multitude of rifles and lasers, as well as sundry explosives are all on offer. The only limit is the generous budget, which forces few compromises on the easier levels. Tuning up the lads takes a few minutes. Double check everyone's got space ammo, because when the action starts you'll need all the firepower you can put your trigger finger on. Different missions need different weapons, and some guns become positively dangerous to the user as well as the target if used in a rash moment of panic. Rocket launchers in small rooms, for instance. Armed and dangerous, the squad are ready to beam down to the mission start points, or LZs as we used to call them in Remember, you are so totally in control that you even have to tell them to pick up their rifles when you land. The first mission sends you in pursuit of Stuna Regnix, a man the rebellion wants pushing up daisies and not repressing the masses. The attack you have the lead on his house is no quick nip around the back and poison his cocoa job, but a more convincing personation of Beirut. Battle droids patrol everywhere, and Sterner is kitted out in the best armour money can buy. Subtlety, though, soon gives way to overkill when you start loosing off your rocket launcher in his living room. Mission 2 sends you on an S&D patrol to a lunar computer station. This system has been gathering too much in-depth info on the rebels. Your job is to go into the moon base and blow chip from chip. Once again, the base is defended by some mean hombres. Watch out for Trooper Soul, who must be persuaded with laser pistols to let you trash their hardware collection. Mission 3 casts you as the rescuers of fellow revolutionaries incarcerated in a mine complex. Long twisting corridors push your nerves to the limit, as you never know what you'll bump into at the next junction. Accuracy is of prime importance here, which can be a real test on the nerves and the patience. Expansion 1 puts you in defense of the planet's geothermal core taps, which are being attacked by war droids, which would result in a hole clean through the planet, and not just the ozone layer. Expansion 2 places you in Paradise Valley, a nice place for a venom-spitting alien, but downright terrifying for space grunts. Guess what you meet, though, as you stroll across the valley floor, escorting a top spy to safety. Yep, venom-spitting aliens, big and nasty ones. 2 things add excitement and great appeal to the package: a 2-player mode and the element of luck. In 2-player, one side controls the LS boys, and the other player controls the evil Empire soldiers. If you can exercise enough restraint to avoid looking as your opponent directs his forces, then a truly intriguing battle of wits ensues. So now you have a chance to hunt friends down, bound them till they're begging for mercy, and still shoot them. Luck has the largest part to play in all factors in any successful squad campaign. Sometimes you'll find your troops unable to even see the barn, let alone hit its broadside. See, they started this early, even before XCOM. And since all combat is random, even if you aim at point-blank range, there's still a slight possibility you may miss a chance magnified for a snapshot at medium distance and a near certainty for a spray fire at long. Yeah, see, it's just like XCOM. They started early. Similarly, to surprise an opponent and get opportunity fire as they enter your line of sight, you must have more action points left than them. But how do you know? It can be waiting hidden in an alcove and still be denied a shot by a particularly active robot. Worse still, if you get a crack at a bad guy and miss, there's a strong possibility you've frittered away all your action points, and you're about to be introduced to the business end of a pump-action shotgun. The fun in Laser Squad stems from its flexibility and its playability. With 2 players and 4 levels of difficulty, 7 on the expansion modules, the game's playing life is a long one indeed. It's the armaments on offer that really make the whole show worthwhile, because even when you've beaten a scenario, you can give a fresh life by tackling it with over-the-top or completely inappropriate weapons. With the addition of add-on modules, this one will run and run. Who knows where the next mission will take us? With the 2 current expansion modules, every new weapons have been added and the difficulty has been stepped up. Laser Squad, as it stands now, will have any intelligent aggro freak coming back time and time again. You'll love the smell of autocannon in the morning. It smells of victory. First day target score. Kill Sterno Regniks. So basically it's Rebel Star with better. Turn to page 69 for an exclusive interview with the author of Laser Squad. Ooh. Second opinion. It's apparent from the word go that this is no ordinary computer game. The sheer satisfaction of blowing your opponent, especially a friend, all over the scenery is an impressively good experience. Playing 2-player stretches the life of the game, but there are 2 scenarios that I still can't beat the CPC on. Green screen. Green screen Laser Squad is just as clear and just as totally addictive. The verdict. Graphics. 85%. Clear, detailed maps. Instantly understandable screens. Sonics 30%. Poor sound effects and no music. Grab factor 94%. Tooling up is fun, but using it's even better. Staying power 96%. Up to 5 different war zones to visit. Learn the tactics. Win the war. AA rating 91%. Detailed and intriguing one-on-one war game. When 2 friends go to war, fun is all that you can score. Okay. Okay. Let's go. English or French? Oh. The Scenario, the Assassins, Moonbase Assault, Rescue from the Mines, Saved Game, Cyber Hordes, Paradise Valley. I've got all the scenarios. We'll just go for the Assassins. I presume it will be the easiest one. Which controls? Joystick or keyboard? Joystick. How many players wanted one? Which level? 1, because I'm a noob. And Assassin Squad. 200 credits, sleek armor. Give the corporal the best ones. Hopefully they'll do. Sniper rifle. Ooh. Cute pistol as well. Laser gun. You can have one too. Heavy laser. Ooh. Don't know if we need that. Rocket launcher. Ooh. Grenade. Everyone gets a grenade. Dagger. Yeah. Gun clip. I forget which. I suppose he is right. He hasn't even got a gun. A gun, jeez. That's the ones we want. Can't sell them again once we've got them, huh? So we're out of money now. Oh, time to fun. We've had a fun. Let's go. Now we can deploy on any of these red squares. But where is our dude that we're looking for? Who knows? We'll stick them here. We'll just stick them there. That'll be fine. Option change control. Why didn't you know? Alright, turn 1. Loo. We start on the loo. It's a shower. We start in the bathroom. Great. Here's our dudes. Do we have our weapons on us? Hey! They gave them guys tank controls for reasons. What does change do? Ah, here you go. Here we go. Your weapon. Select. Okay, it's beating up the tree. I guess that does nothing. Okay. In turn. Hidden movement. You don't get to see them move unless they're in your line of sight, I think. Oh! Some dude made a shot. What are you trying to shoot at us? Turn 2. Turns left 18. Ooh. So where did the shot come from? Something tried to shoot at us. Doesn't seem to be any open doors or anything there though. Oh, he sees an enemy. Where? It's here? Will he hit it? Name shot. Nope. They're trying to shoot through a window. Oh, through here. I see. Behind the tree. Okay. You have a sniper rifle. This should be good for aiming, right? Nope. Yeah, it's shooting through a window. Try again. Oh, not enough action points. Not enough action points. Oh, okay. Okay. Into turn. See what happens. Okay, nothing happened. 3 turns left. This is the locked door. Sliding door. Okay. Open. Yeah. Can't see nothing. Did he move out of the way, did he? The droid left, did he? See what happens. Make an appearance. Yep, there it is. Oh. Okay. Oh, you did a terrible shot. Oh, that's close. Okay. Getting some excitement now. Snapshot accuracy 13%. You can't have 100% shots, can you? How many rounds? 3. Missed. Oh, terrible aiming. Got him. Five shots. Oh. Dead. Okay, you can stop now. Notice if he just automatically stopped. He killed it. Droid remains. Okay. Oh. Oh. Oh, jeez. And he's dead. Well, that turned out well. Well. Okay, don't enter there. Wait for them to come to you, I guess. It's there. See what happens. Oh, yeah, he came out. And dead. Well, we're getting Mexican now. Oh, one shot. 3 points. Droid's got 64. Oh. I'm not sure I can hit him there. Oh, got him. Oh. Is that all it did? I ain't got an action point left. Okay. I have 35 action points. It'll take 35 to do an aim shot. We can do 2 snapshots. It's dead, never mind. We've only got 2 guys left. Computer terminal. Video screen. Okay. Okay. Turn 7. 13 turns left. I think we'll be dead before then. Not enough action points. Oh, there he is! It's a dude. Where is he? Where is he? Oh, don't know where he is now. Oh, missed! Ow! And he's dead. Well, one dude left. Dude with the sniper rifle. Get one shot off. Missed. The opportunity fire, can we do it? I'm not sure how to set up opportunity fire on there. Do they have a key for it or something? No, I guess not. Scanner. End move. Right, so what happens? You'll probably just run out here and kill you. Yeah, just stay there and just sit there on an opportunity fire. Whenever you come in front of him, he'll shoot you. No. Here he is. Oh, no, missed. Oh, no. Oh, still alive. Destroy that computer terminal, though. You missed it. Oh. Actually, there's two of them. Oh! Game over. Did we blow everyone out with that? Did we? Victory to Droid Squad. Oh, we suck. Once you get into that game is fun. Next best thing to playing XCOM. But yeah, anyway, we'll move on, otherwise we'll be playing it for ages. On to the next. Next game is License to Kill by Denmark. $9.95 cassette, $14.95 disc. Joystick keys. What was Felix Leiter thinking of when he invited longtime friend and colleague James Bond to be best man? Everyone knows anywhere Bond goes, trouble always follows. And on Her Majesty's Secret Service, James couldn't even get to the honeymoon hotel before his own bride got killed. And sure enough, the gunfire starts before he can say, I do. Ah! And the would-be Leiter family get all messed up. Never one to live and let live, James resigns from the Her Majesty's Secret Service and goes off on like a thunderball to scare the living daylights out of the drug smugglers. Sanchez, who orchestrated the attack, scare the living daylights out of the drug smuggler Sanchez, who orchestrated the attack. There are a number of steps to tracking down such a master criminal. The first being to hit him where it really hurt, right in the shipments. So it's up in a chopper to start destroying the narcotics factories and chase down Sanchez, who's doing a runner in a jeep. The dealers don't seem too keen on being bombed and fire back, forcing you to use both height and speed to line up the sheds for demolition, like Thunderblade. It's a case of swooping in at just the right moment with guns blazing to keep the damage counter from ticking into critical. Having made your way through the Valley of Death, you've got to nip out of the copter and get down to a gunfight. You see Bond from above, sighting the gun with a floating cursor. You've only a limited amount of ammunition, and so dead traffickers must be looted for extra bullets. Ammo can also be preserved by shooting the barrels of aviation fuel which litter the airfield, making them explode. Sanchez escapes in a plane, and so to employ his license to kill, the world's favourite secret agent has to go up in the helicopter once more. This time, you're not trying to shoot anything down, but latch onto the plane's tail. Yes, that's right. Never happy to do things the easy way and get on at the airport, you've got to try and hit your lift at 10,000 feet. Next year, visit a drug drop zone and take a quick dip with some particularly vicious divers, gunboats, and harpoons. This time it's to steal a seaplane and go for the finale. A chase with 18-wheeler trucks as they make a dash for the border. Life is never as simple as it should be because the trucks have that everyday extra motoring necessity. Stinger missiles. LTK is a compilation of themed games rather than one scenario that tries to capture the feel of the movie. The music comes straight from the original series and establishes atmosphere for the adventure. And all the best and most spectacular scenes of the film have been carefully chosen and recreated by Domark's gold-fingered programmers. The game is not graphically stunning, but the action and characters are clear, mostly drawn in a Gauntlet-esque style. License to Kill is the most impressive Bond yet, not exactly innovative, but highly enjoyable to play. The war against drugs takes on a whole new slant as James helps you say Dr. No to drugs. License to Kill is a game which you'll see the end of without a poke, as it's intended to be completed, with you then going round again improving your score. In the competition for Best Movie License of the Summer, Domark have certainly made their pitch with a strong contender. Just when you thought you'd played every sort of Bond game under the sun, this is proof positive that you'll never say never again. That's enough bad puns and Bond film titles, Ed. First day target score, 10,000 points. Second opinion. Without a doubt, this Bond is the best of the bunch. It's finishable, which makes a change. Green screen, nothing to complain about. For men with a golden license, Domark have come a long way since they announced they'd won the license to produce Bond movies as computer games. This then tiny company has progressed through a whole batch of licenses to become one of the youngest young pretenders to the twin thrones of US Gold and Ocean. It's good to see that their commitment to the concept that launched them, View to a Kill and other movies, is not waning. Indeed, Domark are about to release a complete trilogy of their Star Wars games. How long will it be before they take the plunge and bring us a collection of the greatest moments of 007 on the CPC? With the current threat to coin-op conversions from the console manufacturers, films could well be the way ahead for the tie-in games. Things are definitely going that way. Robocop #1 in the charts for just about ever. Indy and the Last Crusade hyped beyond belief. And of course, a little-known film tie-in called Batman will soon be hitting our screens courtesy of Ocean. Maybe the times they are changing. The verdict. Graphics 65%. A great selection of different playing screens. A bit blocky. Sonics 83%. Brilliant film music conversion. Graph factor 77%. Simple games well executed. 6 different games in one. Staying power 62%. A bit too easy for the hard player. Only 4 levels. A rating 76%. Great fun conversion. Best Bond yet. This is the one Bond game I had back in the day. I haven't played any of the others. Oh no, I did play Living Daylights at some point as well. This was the one I actually had. Domark presents License to Kill. That's too quick. find these keys. No. Here we go. Here we go. Listen to it again. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, helicopter. Jeep, jeep, jeep. Help. Oh! I think I hit a fence. Too low. Can't catch up to it. Got it. Yeah, try not to hit the buildings. That's usually the deal already. Bullets are not easy to see. Little black dots. Is that it? Here we go. Let's get they all look like you. Where I got some of them. Finding some arrow. Ow. trying to... There we go. Now what? I forget what you're supposed to do now. Okay. Done. Alright. Oh yeah, I remember this now. We get a... Ah, that's right. Get a harpoon from a diver. Missed. Just gotta line up your shot with the plane, and that missed. Aim quickly, that's all. Is that it? I forget how this works. I'm pretty sure you have to just line it up correctly. And you start like water skiing or something. This is the hardest stage to figure out if I remember correctly. Try again. Not sure it's supposed to hit. Ow. Got it, got it. Oh. Whoops. Oh. Oh. Almost. That's 4 of the 6 stages. The last stage is so basically it's like Asphalt was, Ubisoft's Asphalt. It's more bumping the trucks than anything, and it's vertical. Anyway, we'll move on so we can fit in one more game, I guess. Virgin Games presents Shinobi. Yeah, Amiga, Atari ST, Commodore 64, Spectrum, Amstrad. There you go. All the screenshots. Alright, next game is Passing Shot by Imageworks. $9.99 cassette, $14.99 disc, joystick or keys. It's just like the Des and Jerry's show at Wimbledon. As all the world's best tennis talent bay for a crack at yet another British hopeful, you. Only, unlike the real thing, you actually stand a chance of achieving glory, even winning the Grand Slam. So limber up, put on those Reeboks, and drink plenty of that yucky barley water stuff. It's time for a knock-up. Out on the court, you take over just as the last set is about to begin. So this is for the match. You get to serve first, and the drama is all set to unfold. The spectators are hushed, either that or asleep, and the two players are busy psyching each other out, gunfighters in white cotton shorts. Service couldn't be easier. All you do is bung the ball up and belt it. It always goes in, a touch of realism helpfully ignored. Once the game's underway, you can send your player scurrying around in any direction to line up your back and forehand shots. All you've got to do, on the easy level at least, is just get near enough to hit the darn thing. And Robert is your mother's brother. What's that you say? Sounds so simple it's bound to be boring? You couldn't be more wrong. In no time at all, you'll find yourself planning a couple of shots in advance and trying to outwit the computer opposition. Even wooed into the complexity of the simple sports sim. Even complete tennis haters like myself are soon wooed into the complexity of the simple sports sim. You'll be wanting for that moment when the other guy makes a slip and you charge into the net poised for the kill. You get to smash the ball back so fast they're not even going to see it, let alone hit it. Doubles adds yet another dimension to the gameplay. The challenge of playing with a friend is offset by the merry confusion caused when two identical players are on the same side of the net. Once positional problems have been overcome, though, careful and conservative play results in you becoming an almost unbeatable, well, I did say almost, team. The four main shots in your armoury are the volley, lob, top and backspin, used together with a correctly timed fore or backhand stroke, and even a computer can be wrong-footed time and time again. The hitch, yes, there had to be a hitch, didn't there, is that things happen rather faster on the court than in the textbook, and so even the most inspired setup can be ruined by a lack of concentration. What could have been a great forehand smash to the left-hand corner so often turns into a backhand headed for row G in seat 13. The controls are simple on a joystick. Forward to come over to the top of the ball, backward to strike it underneath, with a trigger to tell the player when to make contact. Forehand and back is simply a matter of holding the stick to the respective side. But remember that holding the racket to the left means you'll drive the ball across court to the right. So be careful when lining up your line drives and its match point. Better than the real thing in many respects, a passing shot game when sees a tennis ball creature burst into tears of frustration. Not that real pros would behave in such childish fashion, surely. Line calls are decisive, but you can't help feeling that the machine has been programmed to make the occasional odd decision just to add spice, but always on your points. The tour takes you through 4 different locations, which means you have to play on both clay and grass. The different surfaces require new tactics, and so a new learning curve begins when you reach the States, and you switch from the green to the red stuff. The series concludes in a 3-match thriller at Wimbledon, which takes us neatly back to Des and Jerry. A real sports sim, this actually makes you appreciate the sport, rather than ripping off the most recognisable bits and calling it a game. You'll soon develop enough skill to bypass the easy opponents and go for the real tough stuff, where speeds increase and every shot is just a little bit better disguised. Will you win and get that revolting plate they keep trying to foist on people at Wimbledon? Or will you be left shouting at your monitor that it cannot be serious, man? There was chalk dust. Everyone could see there was chalk dust. The goddamn ball was good. There's their target score. Win a match. Second opinion. Passing shot serves up an ace. At a forehand stroke, it takes over from the much harder match points. Game set and matched passing shot. Green screen. Bad light won't stop play. It's not cricket. The verdict. Graphics 65%. Plus sprites move well. Mostly just white and green. Sonic 70%. Brilliant theme, just like the TV. No crowd or tennis type noises. Graph factor 80%. Much easier than the real thing. 6 different games in one. Staying power 72%. 4 tournaments to play in. 4 levels of skill. A rating 76%. A great sporting moment for the CPC. Huh? Who published this thing? ImageWorks. What are these again, is it? Passing shot. Alright reserved. Sega 1988. Licensed to Mirror Software. Conversion by Tech Software. France, Australia, USA, England. Push start button. Level 1 easy. Level 4 hard. Stick with easy. France, final level 1. Oh, jeez. I cannot run fast enough, huh? Oh, he's got a... Oh, hit it back. Out. Oh, boo. Oh. Well, probably should have turned around or something. No, I'm going to suck at this. Oh, that's out. Break point. Oh, here we go. That's a little high. Where's he going? Where's he going? Where's he going? He just ran away from that. It's out. Deuce. Oh boy. Here we go. Advantage. Oh. Deuce again. That's out. Advantage. Out. Oh, look at that face. Take a screenshot of that. Look at that face. Body touch. Well, that's something different. Oh, oh. That's got to be out. That's got to be out. Yeah. Oh. I can't run fast enough. He's a dive or something. Oh. That was the wrong direction. Oh, there's that face again. Oh, I'm observing. Oh, jeez. It's out. It's out. It's out. Whee. Good. Oh, God, I couldn't catch up with that one. Oh, wrong direction. Again, wrong direction. I'm terrible at that. Ah! Can't you run and swing at the same time? That'd be great. Oh no, he's angry! Take a screenshot of that too. Oh, jeez. Oh. Well, bye. There goes the ball. Oh, hit him in the face. Oh, went over. Oh, this is going to go well. Jeez. Oh. Sure, the arcade version is. Oh no! He's crying! Oh, that was a terrible shot. That's always going in. Wait, what? Oh, wrong direction. Oh, missed. Come back here, come back here. Ah, stupid ball. Body touch. Oh. Well, this is going terrible. Oh. Oh, he's just depressed now. Body touch. Ow, body touch. Body touch. This game's favourite things. Body touch. Where's he going? He left. Went home again. Oh, yeah, wrong direction. wrong direction again. Deuce! Hey, he did that again. And he's going left again. Bye. He just walks away for some reason. It's weird. Well. Neat. Oh. No, he's crying more. Ah! Oh, it's out. Ah, missed again. Damn it. Takes so long to swing the racket. You'd think it'd be a bit quicker at that. Out. Oh, that's good. Hey, you missed. Yeah, it's going to be out. I'm just run away from it, though. Yeah, I don't care. Alright, that's out. Couldn't catch up to it. Where'd he go? Where'd he just leave it for? Yeah, it's a little weird. Oh, she's going that way. Oh, damn it. There he goes, he left again. What is he doing? Out. Good. Oh, oh no, that's high. What's it going to hit? Here we go. He runs away from it. He's still crying. It's out. Okay, 15 all. It's high. It's going to be out. Yeah, it's out. Just. Leaving again? What's he leaving again for? Out. Good. Oh. He goes, he's leaving again. He thinks he's won or something. He's still crying. Yeah, that was a hit. Sure it was. Damn it. Okay, he's starting to get good again. Damn it. Yeah, I didn't have a chance. Oh, jeez. Jeez.